Hey everybody! Hi, it's me, Dr. Eggman, and I'm here with your biological father, Papa Kyle. Hi everyone, how are you? How are you, pal?
I'm alright, how about you?
I'm okay. A lot of fun stuff to talk about this week, Kyle. I have a feeling I'm going to yell and echo a whole lot, but where should we start? How was your week? What are you playing? What are you doing? How's the family? Yeah?
Trying to catch up on finishing some stuff up like Destiny and like Assassin's Creed because big week next week.
What's next week?
Elden Ring. So
yes.
I'm just trying to get some stuff done.
Did you get the special collector's edition?
No. Just because like I usually don't buy collector's edition if it's for a new game.
I see.
Like, and I know I'm gonna love it, but like, I didn't buy one for like Bloodborne or Sekiro because like, I didn't know how it was gonna go. You know?
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't. To be honest, I feel like those are games that you would have went into going, I'm gonna love this.
Yeah, but yeah, you know.
Cool. I started playing Black Flag. I just want to be a pirate. I like unlock the boat and then like started doing boat activity, having some boat fun. And I just want to like, I don't care about the story. I want to drive around on my ship. And then I was like trying to upgrade. It's like progress in the story more to unlock this upgrade. I'm like, but I have the parts. But there's some things we got to talk about. I want to just talk about something real quick that happened to me like a few hours ago, and then we'll get into the fun stuff.
Yeah.
I was driving home from work, and I'm like on the phone responsibly. I got one headphone in, like you're supposed to, talking to my mom, and all of a sudden this dude pulls up next to me, right? Now, mind you, I live like 10, 15 minutes from where I work. Not that far. Nice drive. Relax, decompress, kind of zone out. This dude pulls up in the right-hand lane. I'm in the left-hand lane, yelling at me. Kyle rolls his window down and is screaming and cursing and yelling at me and giving me the finger. And I instantly just start going, yeah, motherfucker, you, who the fuck are you? Like, I didn't even, dude, I don't know what was going on. All I know is this guy was yelling at me, and I was like, who the fuck are you? And I just start yelling at him. Dude, he stopped his car in the middle of traffic. We're at a stoplight, but there was like 3 or 4 car lengths on his end. He stopped his car, got out of his car in traffic and started banging on my window.
Oh my God.
And I'm going, get back in your car, you asshole, yelling at him. He gets back in his car and he's still yelling at me. I'm going, yeah, you dickhead. Like, I'm just like, and like, I'm on the phone with my mom and she's in Walmart and I think I was on speaker. And like, my mom's like, hey, are you all right? I'm like, I'm fine. I was like, I don't know what this, like, dude, I had like, this dude's walking away, and I'm thinking like some awful things to say to this guy.
Dude, he could have pulled like a gun out and freaking shot you too.
Yeah,
like,
I know. That's dude. There's a law in this state called and I shit you not, the Make My Day law. Like what's his name? Clint Eastwood. Where a motherfucker could just whip out a gun and then kill you, just take you right out. So I lock my door as he's walking up to me, which I'm pretty sure they're already locked, because cars like automatically lock their doors when you drive them. But like this dude, my whole thing was like he got out of his car. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like you got out. I'm not getting out. You're coming to the passenger side. What are you gonna do? Dude, never. And like, I don't want to be that guy that like nobody in Colorado knows how to drive, but nobody in this state knows how to drive. It's atrocious. And like, everybody says that about every city. Nobody knows how to drive here. People drive here like they're not gonna die one day. Like, that's the only way I know how to put it, because people drive like they got nothing to do. They drive like they're in their 90s. Like, maybe because I learned how to drive on the East Coast, I just know how to drive properly. But these motherfuckers take their goddamn time. But dude, like, The fact that my mom was on the phone the whole time, wild. All right, sorry. I wanted to get that off. I just wanted to get that off.
You have a crazy driving story today. I also have a crazy driving story.
Do you really?
Yeah. So I drove on the main road coming back across the bridge, and we're about like by the restaurant there with the T, and there's a little kid on like the left hand side. Yeah,
by the little. Okay.
Like a little bit before. And
no. The church.
Yeah, like it was where I was at is like a little bit before that.
I see. Okay.
There was a car with like two people in it on the left hand side. And there was like a kid in front of it, and like I think they were like telling him to go.
Oh
and
no!
I'm driving, and here comes. We're looking at this kid, and it's like he's gonna run out. So I'm slowing down because he starts running out in front of everybody.
Yeah. Did you hit him? Did you get him?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
you know.
That's. I told you my story with that bridge. That town's not hard to drive around in. It's just. No one knows how to drive. Mm-hmm. Nobody anywhere knows how to drive. Kyle, what fun stuff you want to talk about? Because there's some things I'd like to talk about that isn't just here. And I feel like if we get right into the big thing, I'm just going to yell. So I think we should work our way into it.
Well, yeah, let's start. Let's go into your fun adventures at IKEA. How about that?
All right. So I'm 25. My birthday was a couple months ago. And I hit a point where I was like, I can't. You don't know about this. I didn't tell you anything about this, did I?
What, the IKEA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did? Okay. So I was like, I can't be 25 and still sleeping on a mattress on the floor. I need a frame, something. So I go to IKEA because I know it's cheap. And IKEA's a magical place. It's a wonderland of fun. Like, I have too much fun when I'm in IKEA. Mind you, I haven't been in one in like a decade. They're not as big here in the States. There's one in the entire state of Colorado. I think there's like 3 back home in Pennsylvania. But I go. I don't know what I'm doing. And I enter through the exit, and then I'm just like, excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to buy a bed frame and then some shelves. And she's like, sir, you just entered through the exit. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm trying to find my way through. And then in the most like dystopian Metropolis-esque shit I've ever been through, you walk through like these fully furnished rooms that are just nothing but decadence and opulence and stability. And then you just go to this proletariat-ass warehouse of high ceilings and just, like, yo-ho, like, that's just... And, like, I didn't realize that I'd have to... Like, I mean, I haven't been there in such a long time. So, like, I find my bed. It's super nice. My back doesn't hurt when I sleep as much. It's got drawers on the bottom, so I pretty much have a dresser and a bed. Like, that's the best shit ever, right? Brugendugenhausen Schnuzen. I bought Kalex shelves, which everybody knows Kalex shelves. Real quick, I'm going to make the background Anthony Fantano's setup. This red shelf, whatever side it's on, it's there. That's a Kalex or an Expedite because I was watching a whole thing. I get like super fascinated with dumb shit. Like I wanted to buy a bookshelf while I was there, Kyle. That's why I bought those shelves. And they have a shelf called the Billy, and it sells one every 5 seconds.
Wow.
How nuts is that?
That's insane.
So, like, I'm like, all right, I need these shelves, and I need, and that's not the hard part. The hard part was driving home. Colorado's a lot like Florida in the sense of, like, it could rain any minute, but it just snows at, like, any point, and the snow hasn't been awful, but it's an hour drive, a little more, a little less, from where I live to where my IKEA is. And I got to put all this shit in my car and drive in the snow. So it took me like an hour and a half, if not longer, to get home, right? Then I got to lug all this shit. I had to carry like 7 different boxes in the house. And then from probably like 6 in the evening till 2 in the morning, I built this bed frame. And the instructions don't have words. They're just pictures.
Yeah, that's perfect because you can't read.
You would think so, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Hugendugen Schmiffelfargen that I have to put together that is my bed frame, like, it's like, oh, just put this thing there and then Allen key it this way and then sleeve bob the gym cream. And I'm just like, it wouldn't catch. Like the Allen, I hate Allen keys. They make no goddamn sense. There's no reason why we need Allen keys when we have Phillips and flatheads. I didn't even get to eat the little meatballs, Kyle.
Ooh.
I left without the tiny little baby little meatballs. I did get the jelly, the Linden berry jelly. Dude, right. I hope everybody in the UK like really fucked with IKEA, because the first time my mom told me she saw an IKEA, she was in Germany in the 80s. Like the late 80s, like before I was born. So like 89, I'm guessing. She was in Germany and there was just IKEA everywhere. Now imagine trying to say Swedish words and German words together. Ich bin Snoovenfiven. Like that's why. Anyway, I don't know. It was just, now I'll put a picture. I'll put a picture of my back of I now have the entertainment center that I've wanted since a child. It'll be the background so you can take a gander. I have a bed that I sleep on like an adult. It's wild. Hey guys, there's something else that we talk about here a lot. At least I do. I don't think Kyle has any interest. As someone who knows what it's like to go through some shit and not know who to turn to or talk to or think that everybody's against you while you're going through that shit, if you ever go through a massive breakup, please don't do what Kanye is doing. And I get that he's trying to promote the album. Probably part of him going through this public thing is him promoting an album that's supposed to come out at the end of February. But he's like posting text messages between his ex-wife and his friends and like talking about his ex-wife's new boyfriend, like publicly. Like, don't do that. Just like... Like, Kyle, you know that episode of The Simpsons where Milhouse's parents split?
Yeah.
And Milhouse's dad is like, I sleep in a race car. Do you sleep in a race car? And Homer's like, I sleep in a big bed with my wife. like, that's what irradiates off of this. I just wanted to talk about it because, I
was seeing the stuff that he was like, to Billie Eilish, like, oh, you're making fun of my friend. Now I'm not going to concert. And she was like, I never said anything. I was just helping my fans. Yeah. Like, it's very much, he's a man. And then, like, he was like, he put something up. He's like, hey, guys, I'm sorry I've been acting this way. I just, I'm going through a lot. And I didn't realize that when I type in all caps, it seems like I'm yelling. And I feel awful about the whole thing. And then, like, the next day posted things like, psych, I'm speaking in all caps. It was like, all right, dude. Like, did we learn anything or did we not? Just, I don't know. He's a unknown entity at this point.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, I know a lot of people hate on him, but I know when he's dead, they'll be like, oh my God, I was a fan from day one. And, like, I say that he's our generation's John Lennon, and I know that pisses people off, but I believe it. I don't know if somebody's going to read Catcher in the Rye and try to kill him, but I don't know. Oh. Hank Trill is a thing that I've been listening to a lot of on YouTube, and I can't not stop. Kyle, are you aware of Hank Trill?
I am not.
Okay, it's just trap music.
Okay.
But this guy doing a Hank Hill impression.
Of course.
And he's got like a Bobby diss, and the one mixtape or whatever it was, he says that after King of the Hill was canceled, he killed Peggy, blamed everything on Boomhauer, moved to Detroit, and started selling drugs. It's the funniest goddamn thing I've listened to in a while. And it slaps. Like, it unironically slaps. Like, there's some lines on there. One that I can't say. Kyle, I'm going to say it, but I'm going to censor it. He goes, boy, you on the spectrum.
Wow.
Like, who would have thought of that? You know what I mean? Like, it just makes me giggle. All right, Kyle. outside of today's lore. I have a feeling you're going to like the lore a lot. Kyle comes into these not knowing what the fuck is going to happen outside of whatever little notes I put in our private little Discord chat. Kyle, I want you to introduce it because I'm afraid I'm just going to start yelling. I need you to just do it. Just say it, Kyle. Say what needs to be said, my man.
The lore?
No, about Sonny.
You mean Sonny the...
Son the Hedge.
Fast Hedge.
Hedgeman and Hedgeman, attorney at law.
We got Sonic 3.
Sonic 3, baby! And Knuckles.
Yeah, Knuckles TV show as well.
And Idris Elba's doing Knuckles in the show. Okay, so I've been trying to find reason to talk about this at work. There's a guy I work with who's super cool, and we talk about the Sonic movie, and I genuinely think this movie will end with Metal Sonic.
Right.
And I actually saw a Twitter post today that was I can't wait to go see the Sonic movie, and the post-credits scene will just be a puddle. And all the 20 and 30 somethings will start crying, and all the children will be like, "What's the puddle?" I think it's gonna be Chaos and Shadow in the third one. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
I feel that too.
I want this. I want it now. The new one comes out in 2 months.
Yep, April.
I'm so upset we can't watch it together.
I know.
I need this in my life right now. There's a bunch of Sonic shit coming out in the next 3 years. There's 2 games, this movie, the show. What do you think the show is going to be about?
Oh,
that's the question we should really be asking.
The show is going to be about Knuckles' time protecting the Mastered Emerald.
That's what I thought. I thought we were going to see the Echidna people, but go on. Please pitch me something real quick, Papa.
I think it's going to be from Sonic Adventure where he's there protecting the Master Emerald.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Don't forget at the beginning of the first Sonic movie, we saw the Echidna people. Mm-hmm. Real quick.
See, the temple, though, that the Master Emerald's in is not filled with Echidna sculptures. It's filled with owl sculptures.
In the game?
No, in the movie.
Oh, you watched breakdowns, didn't you?
Yeah.
I didn't. Please tell me. Tell me more. Did Tails have a plane? There's 3 people are going to think that's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. So I think whoever the owl people were guarding it.
Owlman?
Maybe Knuckles. What if Knuckles isn't part of the Echidna but was also raised by owls like Sonic was to protect it? That's how he comes to Sonic's side.
Oh, that's genius. That's so good. But what about the show, though? Do you think the show is... I wouldn't be surprised if this show is about Knuckles as, a gem thief. You know what I mean? Like a mercenary. And, what he, subcontracts as. And it's him going against Gun and Rouge.
Ooh... What if he's Chaos Emeralds against...
Not even the emeralds, just diamonds, gems, Do
you think we'll see Pumpkin Hill?
Oh, dude.
What if Idris Elba raps to Pumpkin Hill?
Kyle, you can't see it, but for dramatic effect, I've walked off screen because I have to think about every decision I've ever made in my life. Oh my God! If he does that, I don't get excited for movies. I don't watch trailers.
It's good. It's good time to be a Sonic fan, and there's one person that can't enjoy it because he's in prison.
Moment in silence for Christine, Jesus Christ, Christopher, Christian, Ricardo, Weston, Blue Heart, Sonichu.
It's so funny that as soon as he went to jail, all the
Sonic got good. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I'm very excited for this movie, Kyle.
Same.
If flights weren't like $300 right now, I'd fly home just to watch it with you. But God, I think that's about everything, dude. Is there anything else
for Sonic?
Just in general, before we get into this lore.
Yeah. There's also the Blue's Clues movie with all three of them. So it's Blue's Clues No Way Home.
That's, I hope they don't do a Godzilla 2014 and have Bryan Cranston in it for 10 minutes. Like, I hope it's all of them. Like, I hope it's all of them hanging out and, like, enjoying themselves. Ah, dude, imagine what it's like to be, they're in real life New York City?
Yeah.
I hate that trope, but still.
Listen, they're investigating. Steve's the freaking detective now.
What do you think Steve's detective agency is called? Do you think it's called like Red Armchair Detectives? Something like that? You think, oh, dude. Oh, where's Magenta in all this? Where is Salt and Pepper and Paprika and Cumin? I don't think Cumin was one of the babies. I know Paprika was. I can't believe I'm 25 and I give a fuck about the Blue's Clues movie. But dude, No Way Home is like the 4th best grossing film of all time.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
A Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
What about this BioShock show?
So Netflix, let me bring up the tweet.
Please, because I'm gonna vamp while you do that. I think a BioShock movie would be decent if it was everything before the events of BioShock 1. I don't like BioShock 1. I don't like the series, to be completely honest. Not that I think it's bad. I just don't jive with it. It's like I said, it's not bad. Did this move?
So Netflix, 2K, and Take-Two Interactive are partnering to produce a film adaptation of the renowned video game franchise BioShock. Thank God. I know it was planned for a very, very long time ago, and it was not. It was canceled, and I'm so happy. Oh my God, I wanted one of these for a very long time.
If like I said, if they focus on Rapture make Rapture itself a character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't, I'll be honest with you, we're recording this 2 days before the Cuphead show comes out. I haven't heard anything good yet. And I'm not just saying that, like, to be like, oh, f*** you. I'm saying that because, like, I care about Cuphead. And, like, I've seen on Twitter some people have said that what they've seen isn't great. I'm still going to watch it. But Netflix... Do you think Netflix is willing to, like, push those boundaries, Papa?
Of what?
Like, do you think they're willing to try to get weird?
I mean, like, what do you mean, like, by weird?
Like, BioShock it's not, like, family friendly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be family friendly.
No, I know, but, like, do you think they're going to dumb it down, or do you think they're going to, like, make a quality thing that's true to the source material?
They're probably going to make source material.
I hope so. I hope we get to see all the doctors and shit that we kill in the first game. Like show us these people. Because I think the world of BioShock is so interesting, but the games aren't. That's just a me thing. Just a me thing. I just don't like it. I just don't. I don't know why. I want to play the second one, and I want to play Infinite. And this next 4th one is supposed to be, like, inspired by The Thing, and I feel heavy with Kurt Russell, but I'm not super excited. But, like, if they capture 50s underwater Ronald Reagan Society America, I'm down to see it. I think that's about everything. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I freaked out when I heard that they were, because this was supposed to happen a very long time ago, and then it got canceled.
Did they say why it got canceled?
I think it was just whoever was doing it just stopped doing it.
before we get into the lore, we have to thank the Patreon. Thank you to the Patreon, because of you guys, I feel the support and love, and I continue to do this. So let's real quick thank the people we have to thank. Starting from the top, we have to start with the OG Noah. Thank you, Noah. After Noah, it's Danny. Thank you, Danny. After Danny is Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. And last but certainly not least, we have to thank TP. Thank you, TP. Again, I appreciate all the love and support from you guys, and I will continue to do this the same way I'm doing it and try to improve upon it and whatnot. Now, if you're in the Discord, you should be. We have a great time there. In the Discord, once a week, I ask a question. This week's question I asked, what is a Fallout DLC that I'm thinking of? There's only like maybe 15 of them. So I thought this one was going to be relatively quick, and it was. It was relatively quick. I said I'm thinking of a Fallout DLC, and the answer was Nuka World, and the person who got it was the one and only man who made the intro music for Lizard Brains, a show that I'm trying to find a way to bring back. Vigil Beats. Guess Nuka World, and the lore that they wanted for this week was on the Mothman cult from Fallout 76. So if you want to hear any lore in particular, make sure you're in the Discord. Once a week I ask a question. First person to get the question right chooses lore. And this week's lore, like I said, is on the cult of the Mothman from Fallout 76. In the town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, there is a mythical creature known as the half-man, half-moth, Mothman. Prior to the war, the Mothman had a large following from the likes of cryptid hobbyists to conspiracy theorists. The creature even had his own museum in Point Pleasant. Outside of local fame, the Mothman was not seen as for any worthy investigation of any part of the scientific community. I don't think cryptozoology is a real study of science. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But I don't think it's like a recognized science like meteorology. Even as a simple legend, a mysterious cult of the Mothman emerged around the creature. They have many shrines dedicated to the Mothman all throughout West Virginia, even post-war. The cult existed long before the war, and they even believe that the Mothman had the ability to predict certain events. It's not on the wiki, this is just something I remember. It's believed that before any like natural disaster or attack of some sort, the Mothman is said to be present to predict it. So I think that someone said they saw the Mothman on like 9/11. I don't know. The Mothman killed Princess Diana. That's all I'm saying.
Assassinate JFK. He was on the tall grass.
Yeah, he's in the grassy knoll. Because of this, they often try to summon him. They believe that he brought blessings, immortality, and divinity. In October 22nd of 2077, a ritual was held to summon the Mothman. Brother Charles of the cult claimed to have succeeded, and the Mothman warned of a great flood to come the very next day, and they took this as a sign. I realize I didn't write this down because I don't think I had to, but the bombs drop October 23rd. Brother Charles told his cultist brothers and sisters, trying to save them, he wanted to take them into the Lucky Hole Mine. This splintered the group, and the opposing side chose to stand on the rooftops in Point Pleasant the next morning. A flood's coming. Do you go underground? Do you go on the roofs? The cultists in the mine survived. After they entered the mines, they built shrines and shanties. Shrines to the Mothman and the shanties to house the people. Jeff Lane left multiple holotapes behind, stating that the cult was starting to slowly deviate from worshipping the Mothman. And we get into a little bit of like the next part of my lore of what that is. But just like any good cult, they need to deviate. Lane refers to himself as the vessel for the interloper. Now, a thing that I've noticed with a lot of cults is that they just say like, hey, I am this person interpreting for that person. I'm not God, but I can talk to God. And then eventually down the line, it's, hey, remember what I said about me not being God? Talk to God. Turns out I'm God. The interloper, and we're going to get into this in a minute because I always say that the wiki is not written very well. And this is a prime example. This is an Amazon Prime example. The interloper was communicating to him telepathically. And this next part is almost verbatim. Anyone refusing to worship the interloper became a splinter sect called the Enlightened. And they would eventually leave West Virginia and settle a church known as the Lantern, leaving the dim one, red-eyed Mothman worshippers behind in Appalachia. Now, I just read that out loud with my brain, mouth, and eyes, and I'm still not entirely sure what that means. But I think the enlightened ones were the ones that... The enlightened ones are the ones that didn't think that the interloper was real. This is kind of where it's split. They either died or left because the only traces of the Mothman cult are the shrines that were left behind. And because 76 had to retcon its own lore, by 2103, the Dim One cultists came back to Appalachia. They believe this to be the holy ground and would destroy those who oppose their beliefs. The cult grew once again Point Pleasant, Clancy Manor, and the Kawanaha. It's West Virginia, so things are weird. There's like a lighthouse in the middle of nowhere. Kawanaha County Cemetery became their holy grounds, where they worshipped and believed that the Mothman would come to them. One cultist has mentioned that the return was somewhat motivated by the research of Dr. Wallace, who had written their doctoral thesis on moths in this region of the Appalachian Mountains. During the seasonal equinox, the Enlightened returned to Point Pleasant to honor the purple-eyed Mothman, and the Dim Ones tried to intervene. Now, I love me a good cult story. Those who might know, who've been here for a minute, might know I'm a big fan of the Heaven's Gate cult. I know it's like a weird thing to say out loud. The technology of the Mothman is very primitive in nature, using a combination of wood, bones, wire, leather, vines, and cloth to construct their armor and shrines. I'm reading some of this off the wiki. I get all of my lore off of fallout.fandom.com. They mostly prefer melee weapons using scraps of metal and black titanium to construct blades and crudely fasten them to different parts of deer, bone, and or antler as handles. Same thing kind of goes for their structure building. They take a pre-existing thing, Mothman it up, go about their business. That's about it. There's some stuff about the other cryptids that's in there, but we're not really here to talk about the Flatwoods Monster or the sloth or the big frog. Big frog? That's an old school meme if you've been here for a minute. That's about it on the Mothman. That's lore. Pew, 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 pew. Kyle.
Yes.
Is there anything we should talk about before we get out of here? Anything you're reading? Any charities you want to shout out? What's your IPA of the month, Kyle?
I mean, I don't know. What do you got?
Depression? I don't know. I'm just asking you, you know. I don't want to be rude. You're the guest. I just thought maybe give you a chance to speak your mind. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you're well. I hope you're safe. I hope you're happy. I hope you're doing shit that makes you feel inspired and intrigued. Start a new hobby. Collect records. Something. I started collecting movie I'm going to buy a skateboard deck tomorrow. Don't collect. I mean, collect. But, like, there's things that, like, I didn't realize I was a collector of things until I started collecting things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to buy a skateboard deck tomorrow. Now I have 2 skateboard decks. I don't know how to ollie. Why do I have skateboard decks? I hope you're doing something that makes you happy. Makes you feel fulfilled. I hope you're spending time with the ones you love. I hope you have your own little Kyle in your life. If you like the show, please follow us on Discord. There's a link in the description below. There's a link to my Twitter, Kyle's Twitter, the show's Twitter. There's also links to the Patreon. Thank you to the Patreon. Redbubble is down there as well if you'd like to buy a design that I or the previous host have designed. You can support the show a little bit. There's also links down there to a bunch of other fun stuff. My Twitch is down there. I use it sparingly every now and again. The itch to beat Fallout 1 is coming back. See if we can try it and do it this time. Either way, hope you're happy. Thanks for hanging out for the 40 some odd minutes we've spent together. It's been real nice, real romantic, real intimate. But it's time for us to go. Say bye, Kyle.
Bye, Vince.
Bye, Kyle.
Atomic Radio Hour Podcast. A Ghoulman Entertainment production.